All right. Y'all, welcome to another edition of the Elite Mancast. Every Wednesday at 8:30, man, y'all tune in, go tell a friend, go to YouTube, like, subscribe, and share over there. Because, man, we're going to get this thing bumping and jumping. It's bumping and jumping. That's what it is. Say, we got a topic tonight, man, for a lot of introverts. We got a topic tonight for a lot of people who think they're introverts, who really are extroverts. But, hey, it's going down. We're talking about emotional incarceration, man. That's not when you can't express your feelings when you really want to because you've been so traumatized as a child. But, hey, man, we're going to really figure out some ways to help you. We're going to give you some ways that you might see some signs in you, so it's going to be some real interesting information that you will get tonight. But I know one thing, you will get it tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all know, man, we got the crew in the building. We got inmate D Block. Y'all don't understand. Hey, we got Mr. Michael in the building, man. Say, man, let me go with D Block. What you got going on down there in Yonkers?
Everything's everything out here. Great topic per usual. Emotional incarceration, just the definition. A psychological state of self-imposed mental imprisonment where a person becomes trapped by their own negative emotions, suppressing feelings, and traumatic cycles leading in feeling helpless, isolated, and being stuck. You can tell I like to read. But yeah, so self-imposed cycles of negativity, feeling trapped, false self versus true self. I would suggest you get out of a relationship if you can't be yourself, or if you feel like you just can't be upfront or honest, with that person, let them know what's going on, because it's psychological, that turns physical. Also, it affects your health because having all that stuff built up on the inside, you might end up with an ass whooping that wasn't meant for you because you don't want to let me talk. Kind of like your boy DMX. Because I mean,
young Van Zant.
Exactly. So it's like, it gets deep. It gets deep. What you got up there, Mike?
And well, did you know that the U.S. holds about 5% of the world's population, and we incarcerate 20% of the global prisoners? See, we've always been known as the ones we have the highest incarceration rate, and they got statistics about all of this. Like, if you go state by state, each state itself would actually have more prisoners than the rest of the global population. The thing is, there are no statistics on the self-imposed life sentence that most of us are dealing with, and that's that emotional incarceration, emotional imprisonment, because we're just not being ourselves, or, pretty much all our topics boil down to the same things, that childhood trauma, or not being able to be yourself, holding back your feelings, not being able to deal with people on a regular level.
Mhm.
And the thing is, we're doing it to ourselves. Now, I guess tonight we're going to figure out how to undo some of it, at least open up the cell and walk out, be able to come and go as you please. So
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about, emotional incarceration. So let's
Yeah,
get to it.
I believe, well, I ain't gonna say I believe, I'm gonna say I know. We were taught a lot of things that we didn't know how to evolve from or get ourselves out of, because you have a lot of people who say, I am who I am, and this is what it is with me. I'm not changing for the world, or I'm not doing this. So they remain in that frame of thought of what they were programmed as a child and they trauma. That's why it always goes back to the childhood trauma. That's why it always goes to a bad relationship. That's why it always goes to those things, because our parents were in bad relationships. Our parents were it had childhood trauma. So we pass on these generational conversations, not curses, these generational conversations to where we all see ourselves at one point or another mimicking our parents, doing what our parents did, doing what our grandparents did. And then it's up to you as an individual to say, hey, I don't want to be in that position anymore. I want to be the first millionaire in my family. But a lot of people say they want to be the first millionaire, but they don't take the steps to become what they really say that they want in life. So with this topic, I love it because this is where you get to express yourself freely. This is where you get to say, hey, man, I don't want to be the mundane. I don't want to be the 95%. I want to be the 5%. I want to be part of the 5%. Or I want to be part of the 1%.
Right.
Because we have a lot of us who hold on to those traditions wholeheartedly. Hey, man, this is what it is. You get this, what you're going to get from me.
True.
You know, so I really can say when we say, hey, man, enough. I don't know if it was Steve Harvey. It was somebody say, you get tired of being, once you hit rock bottom and you get tired of being broke, you're going to start figuring things out.
Yeah.
And this is the way I feel about this topic. Once you get tired of going through a cycle of different men, different women, different people always in your life, you got to keep on recycling because you're not evolving. It's because you're staying the same. And you keep on facing the same type of people because you're saying, this is what you have to expect out of me. This is who you're going to get. I don't express myself. I don't give you all of me because I'm scared, or I'm not scared, or I'm just not going to be vulnerable to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where we see ourselves going backwards and steady. And then you're 80 years old and you still haven't found nobody you love to love you the right way because you don't know how to love yourself.
Exactly.
Once we start to learn truly what it means to love ourselves, to express ourselves without being looked at like, hey man, you're not right. You know what I'm saying? Or you wrong. No, I have to look at myself first and be like, say, I love me enough to say, hey man, I don't like what you said. Or I don't like how you do things. And stand on that. Because the person don't get you does not mean that you're not right.
True.
You know? So you can be correct in a lot of ways, but we have to realize that a lot of ways that we don't express ourselves is part of this conversation that we're having tonight, emotional incarceration.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you know,
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Before beauty.
I got both. So what we're gonna do
in the freezer? No, okay, I got it. No, I was gonna say some people actually connect about that, emotional incarceration because it's like those people's like they're both toxic. They both have like a toxic past, and that's what brings them together. So ultimately, like they're soulmates. It's like you know, you've been molested, I've been molested, or you've been adopted, I was adopted, and it's like, okay, so I mean,
trauma bonding.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true. And what I was going to say is, when you say there are people that say I am who I am, well, it's okay to say I am who I am if you know who you are. But most of the people saying it got no idea. It's like I am who I am, but you have no idea who you are. Because you spend so much time trying to be somebody else. You're not facing what's going on because you're either scared, you're ashamed, or something happened you don't want to talk about. It's like you just got to be able to accept who you are. And once you accepted who you are, then I am who I am makes sense. But you got people saying it and they walking around, and I can look at them and tell, well, how can you be who you are when you don't know who you are?
Right.
And it comes across in conversation. You trying to tell me, well, I'm this, I'm that, and I'm like, I don't think you really know who you are because I'm seeing some completely different.
Yeah.
But that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
Like
And we
born rich
all
but die happy.
right, right. And see, we all have some kind of emotional, or we've had emotional trauma. And just us growing up the way we have, we've all taken on things from our parents, our grandparents. It's just been passed down generation to generation. So, like I grew up, I was born in the '60s. So it's like when we playing football or whatever we doing, you go outside playing, you get hurt, scrape your knee or something. If it ain't a broken bone sticking through your skin, yo, wipe that off and get back out there and play.
Right.
So you learn to suck up those emotions. What's the use of crying? Yo, man, don't cry. Quit that crying. Shut up. Get out there. That's the stuff we had to deal with. And there are ways where they say, okay, you hiding your emotions. Okay, sometimes that's it's like a safety mechanism because we've been through so much in our lives that you already know. You go to some people, you tell them certain things, and they stab you in the back. They telling what you said to somebody else. So you learn not to trust people. But eventually you have to figure out who it is you can talk to and trust. But the problem is until you know yourself, you're going to keep, it's like life is going to keep teaching you the same lesson over and over until you finally get it. Once you get the lesson, then it's going to move on to something else. So if you keep reliving those same relationships, it's because you haven't learned the lesson. If you haven't figured out who you are to be in the relationship, or you just got a bad choice of who you want to be with. So, but you're going to keep reliving that until you finally get it.
Yeah. And then you have a lot of kids, teenagers, just like you said, when you tell them to toughen up, or you tell them to, or they grow up in their mindset, they like, man, I can't even express myself because all I'm gonna do is be told to get tougher or be
Hmm.
quiet, or you know what I'm saying. You always, a lot of times we were
Right.
growing up, we were told, hey, just sit over there and be quiet, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
For
this
real.
not your time to speak without breaking down. It's like when you learn how to talk to your child, or you learn how to talk, they will learn how to express themselves in an adult way, or
Hmm.
in a way that's easy to communicate with somebody.
Right.
A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm a great communicator," and then you don't even know how to digest a whole sentence first before you. A lot of people speak on the defense instead of speaking on digesting a sentence before they even get to say their piece.
Right.
You have a whole conversation with somebody and they just defending themselves the whole time. It's like, why you don't have to defend yourself.
Yeah.
All you have to do is listen to what I'm saying, and it might not even require a response.
Oh,
But you're
yeah.
so ready to respond because you're so used
Hey.
to going the back and forth to where you like, oh man, and it's like the other person, then you'll see the other person just shut down. They
Hmm.
become emotionally incarcerated because they're like, man, I'm not finna go through that trauma as I did with my mama or with my dad
Yep.
or with my big sister. So they just shut down. They fold their arms like, man, you can have that conversation by yourself
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
because
Exactly.
so many people haven't learned to listen to the words or digest the sentences or digest the dialogue that they're having with someone.
Right.
So we have to learn how to digest first, and then we can start working on expressing, because most of the times most men express, only time we get to have an emotion is out of anger. We
Hmm.
don't have regular emotions. Now they do, because the word done told these men they can be sassy, but
That
Right.
don't even make any sense. What the hell has sassy got to do with manhood?
nothing.
I can't
But
understand it.
you know who coined the phrase? A woman.
Had to
Yeah.
be.
Anytime you sit up there and argue with a woman, oh, you sassy. Nah, bitch, you're not getting your way. So now you upset. That's all
I
it is.
better not ever hear a woman tell me that because I'm liable to cuss her out to the point she gonna go get religion. But you're gonna say, damn, he just brought it off.
No, because
I'm
that's
sassy? Yeah.
it's like they overuse the term like anytime it's something that they don't want to hear, you know, you being sassy. Just because you can't handle a decent conversation or conversation's not going your way, now I'm sassy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be sassy, but you broke. So which is
And
better?
by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most of them do. And then they'll tell you it's by choice or
Mm-hmm.
ain't no good men out here. Now, there's
Mm-hmm.
plenty of them. Plenty of good
Yeah.
men.
Yeah.
But you think about the thing about a good man, he's not finna do that confrontation.
No.
Right.
And you're not gonna sit up there and deal with them. That's why they bitter.
Exactly.
So
Those are the ones who can't do the inner work, who can't do the shadow work, as we had that conversation.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Because
shadow
they
work is
already
very
know it all.
necessary. Yeah, shadow work is very necessary. I don't know who's listening, but the shadow work is very necessary.
If you want to grow. But if you want to just be Instagram or social media phenomenon and tell everybody that you the shit when you ain't,
But you can't even
everybody
do
can
that.
get all their fake. Yeah.
I don't even think that's no more now because people are starting to like us right now. People are starting to look at our pages and be like, man, they really is who they say he is. Man, let me check these dudes out. You know what I'm saying? You got a thing called Google search. Bro, they can pick up
Mm-hmm.
your history from who you were from when you was 15.
Uh-huh.
You public record.
Yep.
As long as you got a birth certificate, you a public record.
Yep.
Anybody can search your name.
Yeah.
I think that's why D Block be down there switching heels up all the time.
Oh yeah. And that's why when I go certain places,
Say,
different states,
Say he ain't
yo,
never who he say he is. Hey, no, this
yeah.
week I'm Mr. Fantastic, dog.
mm-hmm.
I was at the store yesterday and this woman was like, her little girl picked up something at the store and she was like, well, what is that? So I explained it to her. She was like, what's your name? And I was like, Alejandro. She was like, I know your face. We're friends on Facebook. I've never seen this woman a day in my life, but we're friends on Facebook. I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, at least I keep all my stuff kosher. So
Yeah,
I'm good.
Man.
it's crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
But those are the times we're in.
Yeah. My motto for this year has been stop explaining storms to people who live indoors.
It's a good one.
So
But yeah, this
Yes.
is but just like we say, the causes of this, man, is pretty much the same. It's childhood trauma, childhood neglect, you know, growing up in them environments where you wasn't safe to express yourself. And then we don't pay attention, but you know, as we get older, it's still the same habits. We still the same people. We're not doing anything because we're on autopilot.
Right.
And we're comfortable being on autopilot because we don't have to think, we don't have to research, we don't have to do anything. That's why I love what we do, because each week we come up with a great topic, and then it's like, man, the research have you going down a rabbit hole to where it's like just a minute
For
ago,
real.
I was damn near late coming on the show because I was still doing research. I was like, man, we got causes of this cause. It's like I do research about like an hour, bro. I ain't gonna even lie
Mm-hmm.
to you. I be just like writing. I'm talking about the tablet. I have like 4 or 5 pages. I know we don't do 4 or 5 pages, but I be having so much
Mm-hmm.
information. It's like,
Hey, I'm the same way. Half of the information we don't even touch on, but the most
exactly.
important parts we do, because all of
Mhm.
us are doing the same research, so we both got the same info, or we all got the same information, just from different places.
Right,
But we're
right.
saying the exact same thing in just 3 different ways.
And that's a lot
That's
of things. I can say that too in a lot of relationships. People, couples, you know, friends, sometimes just friends. We all be saying the same thing a lot of times, but we feel like if we're not saying it exactly like the other person is saying it,
Right.
it
Then
ain't
it's
the
a
right
conflict.
way. Yeah.
Right. It's
And
like,
that's
how are
like
we arguing when we saying the same shit?
saying the same thing. And that's like, a lot of women feel like, oh, you ain't leading right. It's like, how? The end result. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
So then when a man feel like he's not being appreciated, he just shuts down and goes into a corner. He says, man,
Yep.
I'm done. Hey, man, I done tried this for 5 years and it's still the same thing. You not liking but in those 5 years, you done acquired a house, you done acquired a car, you done acquired new clothes, and you steady getting new shit, but you thinking that this man ain't leading you down the right path. Y'all bought new property, you got new, oh, you still don't know what you're doing. It's like,
Yeah.
just because of
You
the
know,
people that they hang around, though. The people that
right.
hang around is thrown off.
But you know what I noticed recently? Well, I've noticed a lot more because now, like y'all started doing Lyft, driving Lyft. So there are times when couples get in the car, they don't say a word the whole time they're riding, and sometimes they're riding it's like an hour, not one word from each other. But then you hear other couples that are getting in, and it's like it is back and forth. It's like, and the thing is, it doesn't even matter what race. It's
Right.
happening with everybody.
Right.
They're all doing the same thing. Like, I don't want to hear what you got to say. Or they go out, how was your date? One person will answer, and the other will be like, no. Like,
Right.
damn, y'all going to Disney World, you going to SeaWorld, all these places, and y'all ain't not having fun? Can't even
Not
talk?
can't
That's
talk.
crazy. But
It gotta be some alcohol involved for them to talk.
yeah, for most of the time, yeah. And it ain't just us. That's
Oh
for
no.
sure. It's not
But
just us.
you gotta realize too though, Mike, we are the trendsetters.
Yeah,
We are the people that
true.
everybody else emulate.
Yeah,
So if they see us not getting along, what they're gonna do in their household. It's like you see these TikTok
same
videos.
thing.
You see these TikTok videos, and then all of a sudden you see a old granny white lady. She doing the TikTok dances that we created. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You have to realize all of this stuff stems from the black cells to where
Yep.
people, and we don't even know the importance of who we are yet.
Yeah, because they want
You
to
know,
be us, or they
it's
want
a
to be
lot.
like
Yeah,
us.
yeah, man. It's a lot of us, man, that we really don't even understand our power. And it's like that's
Yeah.
why I really want to set this trend of having a decent conversation about things that can help you. You know,
Yeah. Shit, I was telling some women today. It was three women I was riding around, and like one was from Quebec, and the other two were from Washington State. And I was talking about the show. I'm like, yo, this is my last ride because I got to go get prepared for a podcast tonight. And he was like, well, what's your topic? I said, emotional incarceration. Sure. One of them like, damn, that's a good topic. I said, yeah, a lot of people ain't got no idea what it means. They're like, yeah, that should be real good. I'm like, well, sure, jump on. I doubt it she is, but hey, what we're talking about, everybody wants to know about. Some might not act like it, but they listening, they looking in the background.
well,
I'm
a lot
starting
of
to
people,
realize that now.
yeah, they join in after the show has been aired or whatever.
Right.
After
They'll
we
go
done
back
went
and
live.
watch. Yeah,
Yeah,
no comments or anything, no likes, no reactions, but they still getting the information.
yeah,
And I think that's more important anyway. So
yeah.
keep
That's
bringing
the
the good
main thing.
information.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Is always just to say it. It's like we teach our children, hey man, just say it. You think your kids not listening to you, your kids are listening to you.
Always.
Trust and believe that they are listening.
And they'll bring stuff back to you when you ain't thinking about it or not expecting it.
Come on now,
But
for
you,
real.
but you said such and such. Shoot, you didn't even think they were listening, yeah? They heard every word, even
Yeah,
the stuff you don't want them to hear. More
exactly.
of that. So, and then we always talk about, well, where they learned that at? Where you get that from? From you. They listening all the time. If you talking like you talking on the phone with somebody, or talking with your girlfriends, or with your boys, and you ain't thinking, you still got a kid there somewhere around playing, and they soaking up every word.
All the game.
So yeah, so it's a lot of times I think you should probably look around and make sure the kids ain't listening, but it's like, because when I was growing up, I'm hearing stuff I probably ain't had no business hearing either.
Right.
But I learned when to say something and when not to. Most
Yeah.
kids, they don't know when to. They'll just blurt it out at the most inappropriate times. But you got to realize what you say and what you do, kids are paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
So you trying to tell them how to be somebody, but they can already see that you don't know who you are. So they
Right.
listen. They listening to what you say, but they're also watching what you do,
Yeah.
and that's what they learn the most is what you do.
Exactly.
Or you can tell them 1,000 times, don't do this, or I don't want you to be like that because of such and such and such. But you doing it. So what are they going to do? What they see you do.
But you know what I've come up with now, that my big thing now is just to, it's like when things aren't going right
Mhm.
with you and your child, or you and your spouse, or you and your business partner, always give the question of, okay, what's the solution? Before we keep going back and forth about whatever, what's the solution?
Mhm.
That put people in a different mindset. That give them a different outlook on, like, man, what is, now
Yeah,
you done stop my argument.
right. Now you got
Because
to think.
now I don't have rebuttals of assuming, or I don't have rebuttals of just blurting stuff out. I got to really think now. And a lot of
Mhm.
people don't want to do that. They want to just go
Yeah,
along with the flow of, hey man, this was the trauma that I had when I was little, and this is how I handle it. And then you
yeah,
find yourself back into these same circles, these same cycles, these same things, these same places, because you're still not
right.
able to express yourself in a manner of intelligence, a manner of new wording, a manner of new thinking, because
Yeah,
that's the whole plan anyway. Everybody should be on, is to think new thoughts,
right. Yeah.
should
It's the
be.
only way you're gonna break those old cycles,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
got to break the old cycles. But you
In
can't
order
doing the
to,
same thing you've been doing
yeah,
and grow.
in order to become.
Yeah, it just don't work any other way. Now let's get into some of the roots of why.
Okay.
And you hit on one, the unresolved trauma. And it was saying the emotional wounds that were never addressed can cause an individual to relive pain through thoughts or relationships. And that's like
Mm.
PTSD. You just keep reliving that same problem in your mind over and over again, and then you're projecting it onto your relationship or your
Yeah.
current relationship. So basically, you're just causing a problem where there is no problem and
Mm-hmm.
don't even realize it.
Right.
Or you keep having those same arguments over and over and wonder why. And then you got guilt and shame, internalizing past mistakes or external judgments until they define your identity. And that's crazy because, people tell you, oh, you ain't going to be shit. You ain't never been shit. Your daddy wasn't shit. And you get to that point where you ain't shit and you don't even try because you've
Cause you
been
don't,
told that so much.
cause you don't even smell it, huh?
Right. You ain't even trying to be nothing better. It's like, it's crazy that it gets to that point, but it does. Or else we wouldn't be having the conversation, right?
Right.
And then you have fear and vulnerability, avoiding emotional risk which leads to isolation and emotional numbness. Now, I think I hit on this a little earlier about when it comes to the vulnerability, because a lot of times if you spend your time telling people your thoughts, your fears, and they come back and use it against you, eventually you're gonna stop doing it.
Yeah.
But you have to get out of that. Somehow you have to break that mold of being afraid, because eventually you just got to find your tribe. Because
Yeah.
everybody ain't in your corner, no matter how much they cheering. They might be cheering 1 minute and then like, yeah, that motherfucker, how the hell he get that? That should be me. They right there. They envious and they trying to do you more harm than good, but you just have to watch the people that you're around, find your tribe, and then you can communicate all of this so you can be vulnerable with the right people. It's not a problem. And you have controlling and suppression, where the belief that emotions must be contained or maintained, or to maintain strength and dignity. And you see, a lot of times, controlling emotions is actually a good thing, especially as men, because we shouldn't be so emotional or as emotional as women. But you have to know when to control it. And is suppressing the emotions, I think that's where the harm comes in. Because when you suppress it, it's like the belief that the emotion must, that you have to, it shows strength by suppressing your emotions. Because eventually, if you suppress it long enough, you're gonna explode. You're gonna
Mhm.
go off on a person that really don't deserve it, but it's just that time. The fuse has been lit, might have been lit a year ago, and you just keep holding it back, and then somebody come and say something, and all of a sudden, boom, they get it. But just bad timing on their part. But that's what happens when you suppress your emotions, because eventually you're going to explode.
Yeah, and then when you do that, you might be in D block.
You
Yep,
know,
right there, keeping each other company, right?
yeah.
Yeah, man, you might be on D block.
It
Nobody
happens.
want to be
It
on D
really
block
does. No.
because that's like the point of no return. Is after that they send you to solitary confinement.
Hmm.
But that was too long of a name to put up there, so I'm like, D block can do. I'm the last stage.
You wanted solitary confinement?
Yeah.
Wow.
But not a mental prison, a state of confinement where in your own mind is characterized by negative thoughts, self-limiting beliefs, emotional traps, and restrict potential of well-being without being conscious or aware of it.
Hmm.
Like you said, people end up there and, who knows what's next. You might end up on that TV show Snap. That's why I feel it's best to go ahead and get out what you got to say. I mean, you may not,
Yeah.
it's like, I'll tell anybody, I'm either your best friend or your worst enemy.
Yeah,
So if I apologize, I may apologize for how I said it, but not what I said.
Right.
Because I give people chances. But it's like, it's up to you. So,
Yeah.
that's for real.
And there are some people that will actually make you snap. You keep
oh
Well,
telling
you
them the
yeah,
know,
same thing over and over, and they just keep coming back doing the same shit over and over.
yeah.
But eventually, you gotta just let them know,
It
and
goes
it
back to
might
some
be
relationship.
harsh, but
These women, they
yeah,
you
want to
might.
step on your heart, but you want me to tap dance on yours? No, bitch.
I
We're about to
done,
moonwalk. We're about to
right.
get jiggy on this, right, Chris?
I done, I done come up to the realization, man. Can't no one make you do anything that wasn't already ready, wasn't already in you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The thing
Sure.
is, if you allow somebody to control that much of you to get you off of your get you off of your journey of where you headed, that's you. That's not them.
Yeah.
That's the you thing.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
if I'm that slow of a person to allow my anger or my emotions to be controlled by somebody else, I got more work to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I
Been
got
there,
way
done
more
that.
work to do.
Yep. And still doing the work.
Because we all have that, emotional incarceration, man, because a lot of us at times we don't even trust the people that we sleeping with.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you lay down next to somebody or you friends with somebody, but you really don't trust them like that. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with you, but I really don't fuck with you.
Right,
You know,
right.
it's always that skepticism in the back of the head, like, man, I'm not saying you do some sightsee stuff to people that you say you really rock with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like then we start getting back off into that difficulty of trusting others,
Right.
emotional disconnect, feeling like we're watching our life from outside of our bodies and be like, man, I'm definitely not hanging out with you, or I'm definitely not messing with you. So you pull your emotions back from certain people because you see how
Mm-hmm.
they move, or you see how, or you feel a certain kind of way about how they're doing something, or what they're saying. And it's like, I've started to realize that more and more with people who talk about their mama.
Mm-hmm.
You talk bad about your mama. Oh, I know I ain't got a curse. Now, I love, but my mama did this. And it's like, man, that's your mama, you know?
Yeah.
So you have to watch these, because a lot of people that wear the nice clothes, that drive the nice cars, they going through a lot, bro.
Yeah.
They going through a lot. And you sitting up there looking at all of the materials and the monetary things that they get, and you're like, man, that's that. Well, I'm to my day up on they thing, man. It's like, no, bro. They going through a thing.
Yeah.
They covering up all of this fanciness or all of this materials to really, not let you see who the real person is.
Right. It's like they hiding. They running from
That's,
whatever it is.
yeah, that's like a woman who wear all the makeup in the world, who wear 15 wigs and got boob jobs and butt jobs. And it's like, say, little mama, check this out. Slow down.
Yeah.
We know the real you is up under there somewhere, but you're not happy right now. Come on, let's talk about it. Oh,
Yep.
I'm good. I'm all good. I just spent 10,000 on this body. And you're happy about that?
For
You could have
what?
bought some land down there in Mississippi for about 10 grand. They got you some
Yep.
acres for 10 grand. And trust me, nobody don't even care if you got a BBL down there.
For real.
They
And
really
most
don't.
men ain't looking
Have
for
you
that
been to
anyway.
Mississippi lately?
They don't care about that around here.
Yo, man,
That's parts of
I
Mississippi.
done
They don't
seen
even
some
know they,
women.
huh?
I done seen some women walking around. You can tell they got the BBL, but their legs look like toothpicks. They look like
Oh.
them little ants. You know the cartoon ants? They got them little stick legs and that big ass back there. I'm like, it don't even make any sense. Don't look good. Ain't nothing appealing about it. So it's like,
Hey,
why would you want to do that to
Mike,
yourself?
one thing you better remember this, brother.
Mm,
It's some foreigners out here who love all of that. Trust me.
that's true. That's
It's
true.
somebody loving all of that, man. But
Yeah.
that's where we need to start having the conversation of, hey, how you feeling today? That's why I tell you, man, we got to start changing up our dialogues when we talking to people, because it's like, hey, how you doing is not a correct way to approach somebody, because
Right.
doing is an
What are
action,
you
man.
doing?
You're doing something. Now, I'm not doing anything. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? But how you feeling? Get to, and then ask a woman, how are you thinking? Because if you
Mm-hmm.
ask her how she's feeling, that's an emotion for her, to where she's gonna probably take you down a rabbit hole that you don't even want to be down. But if you ask her how she's thinking today, hey man, how you thinking? It's just like different dialogues, man. We change up the words, or we change up, and then you'll find yourself helping people more than you hindering them, because you're not crutching them with just that mundane, how you doing? How you doing is an
Right.
action, man. Doing is an action. You can't be how you're doing unless you put another adjective at the end of it. How are you doing today at work? Or how are you doing in your field? It's like, how you doing what? you can't just ask me how am I doing. So
Yeah.
then that just shut me down. I become
Right.
emotionally incarcerated.
It's all about how you
I ain't
present that
doing
question,
nothing, man.
because they might start telling you about, oh, well, how you doing? You know, my rent due is I'm late. I'm late on my water bill. Like,
But that's
why did I
that's
ask?
still not a doing though.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
But
still not a
but
doing.
They give you different response to the same question. Like,
they're going to give you all everything.
hmm?
That's something that I realized when I started learning German. Because you know how we would always say, how are you? How you doing?
Right.
Whatever we would say. And the Europeans, they will go into detail how they feeling. I mean, everything, every ache and pain. It's like, I don't want to know all of that.
Yeah, you do,
But
because that's what you
you
asked.
ask the question. Yeah.
That's what you
So
asked.
I
Yes, you
learned
do.
not to ask.
Right.
Because in America, we used to it. How you doing? Oh, I'm good. And then you keep it moving. But you ask a foreigner, they going to tell you how they doing. And you really ain't ready to hear all of that, Joe.
Yeah, that's a sign of intimacy, man. Excuse me, that's the way that you really want to know that person. But
Right.
here goes some ways that we can heal from this, man. Acknowledging your walls that you're putting up. Notice where and when you shut down emotionally. It's like you
Hmm.
have to start learning the triggers. That's how we change habit, man. Habit change is very important because we grow up with these habits and we get stuck in them. And then we get mad when somebody's not able to express themselves because of our habits, our patterns. We're not communicating properly. We're not doing the things properly, but you get mad at them because they're looking at you like, bruh, I don't like that. I don't talk like that.
Hmm.
So we have to we have to acknowledge the walls that we put up, and we have to notice when we shut down. So, once again, practice journaling. I
Hmm.
don't know nothing else. Anything that you're going through, that you're growing through in life, practice journaling. You have to practice journaling. You journal about your life. You journal about how you feel. You journal about your days. You journal about what's good, what's not good. And in a lot of relationships, I've seen these relationship courses on TV and on some of these YouTubes and stuff. They always tell the people, write down what you don't like about your mate. You write down what you don't like about your mate. Y'all exchange the list. Give the list to the other person. Don't speak on it. Just take it home and do the homework. It's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not for you to say, oh, this ain't me. This ain't. No, it's not for that. It's for you to be like, because some people will get their information and they just shut down. Oh, you think I'm a nag? You think I'm obnoxious? And you think I'm this?
Hmm.
Oh, I tell you what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? It's like Zero got a
Right.
song out right now. Zero got a song to say, "Oh, you don't appreciate what I'm doing? I'm gonna do less."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like how I'm doing this? Oh, I can do less. I'll
Hmm.
show you better than I can tell you. So that's that kind of
Yeah.
energy that we in our community, we always have had, we've always done. It's like if you tell a woman she don't cook and she don't clean, she's not gonna ever cook or clean. But if you give her ideas of say, hey, sweetheart, let's go in the kitchen today and let's prepare this together. You know what I'm saying? Now she may feel okay, you involved too. Oh, okay. As
Hmm.
long as you coming along with this journey of cooking, partner. But if you go in
True.
there and tell me what I ain't doing, I'm gonna tell you, okay, well, it ain't gonna be nothing tomorrow either.
Yeah.
So that that emotional incarceration goes way further than just expression. It could be like, hey, I'm gonna shut down because I don't
Yeah.
want to be. I don't want. No one wants to be looked upon as the bad person because she
True.
may have taken that as you not cooking as like, oh, I'm a bad wife or I'm a bad woman friend, or you know what I'm saying. I don't like saying girlfriend and boyfriend because that's 15 and 16-year-old children. That's what they do.
Hmm.
So, but
Right.
Yeah, so it's like we have to really, practice the journaling. I like that one, and some people say go to therapy, but my go-to has always have been music, man. My music, I live by. I have music that I live by.
Right.
And it's nothing but motivation, man. I listen to Lundrell a lot. I listen to AJ McQueen now. He's my new guy. And then I got to put me some street hop on with some Larry June, because he's talking about juicing. He's talking about making money. It's like these type of conversations I like to hear. You know what I'm saying, man? We talking about living healthy. We talking about doing better. That's cool. And then you have to build safe emotional connections, man. Just like we was talking about, we can't share all the information at one time with somebody that you've been knowing for a year. Gradually walk your way into that person and give them a little bit at a time. If you haven't, if you don't see them looking at you sideways, that means, they may be digesting it and being able to help you one day.
Right.
But a lot of people say, I ain't trying to be saved. Don't save me. I don't need your help. I've been doing this. Yeah, but you've been doing it incorrectly.
Right.
So that's another one. Then, like, we go back to that inner child work. Do the shadow work on your inner child. Uncover the root expressions. Mike said that a while ago. You have to uncover those root expressions that you cannot get past, man. If it's always somebody that makes you angry, you need to really look and like, what is it about this?
Why?
What is it about this that just keeps me tripping, man? And then sometimes it's because the person is not bright, you're like, it's
like, I know why I keep going back.
no way.
By the time you headed home, you gotta pass by the store and get a couple of drinks in your system before you walk to the door. Be like,
It's like that meme they got out where you be sitting in the car talking about, go get the money, go get the money, go get the money, go get the money. You gotta hype yourself up just to go to work.
Yeah.
Well, I be rushing to work just to get that check. Where is this money at? Nah, man, I like to see the people smile, because it's like the transformations, like with my work, it's like that transformation, man. It's like this guy, I'm doing his bathroom now. And he was like, man, what is this slab for? I don't like this black slab. Bro, that's the threshold that goes into the shower. I'm telling you, wait till the door goes on, wait till the accessories comes about. Then you can, if you don't like it, then I'll do your bathroom over. Forget it, bro. I'm just seeing this, bro. That's all you showing me right now. I'm like, yeah, you just have to wait till the thing is complete, man. You're gonna see it. I think you're gonna love it. So they see it today. They see more of it today. I just have to put the shower door on, but I put the bar across, and they looking at the picture frame on the windows, and they like, oh man. Put the faucet on the sink, got the black accessories, and he's just going crazy now. Hey man, get up out of here. You can't talk to me no more, bro. Come on, let me finish. I'm trying to get out of here, man. Yeah, you're gonna have the conversation. Get up out your place.
Yo, an artist working on his creation can't be getting in the middle of that.
Come on, man. Talk to him again.
Man, that's actually what it is. You in there creating. So
that's it, bro.
But people want to be in there putting their 2 cents worth. Just wait until it's done. That's all.
Yeah. And this is the last one I found out how we can heal from this emotional incarceration. Learn emotional languages. It's more or less like identify and name your feelings for that particular thing that you're going through. You're growing through. Identify. That's what we talked about just a minute ago. What triggers me about this person to make me shut down? To where I don't even want to express to this person anymore. What makes that happen every time? Or it's not even just with one person. It could be with multiple people. You know what I'm saying? It's like every time I hear this certain thing, I just don't even want to talk to people no more. You know? So that's something I'm gonna have to work on, because I know how to shut down so quick now. It's like, about 2 texts, and then after that second text, I say, "Oh no, they trying to take this to an argument. I'm not gonna do it. Let me go this way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go way over here."
Know all about that.
Man. But that's what I got, man. And this is definitely finna be applied in my day-to-day. I promise you. I like
That'll work. Hey, I got a couple of other ones too.
it. Okay.
You said we're actually acknowledging the problem, recognizing the emotions or the beliefs that hold you captive, or forgive yourself and others. So you have to release the resentment because that's the
Mhm.
emotional equivalent of unlocking the cell doors.
Yeah.
And you got vulnerability as strength. So express your feelings openly and honestly, and reframe pain into purpose. And that's like what you were saying with the music, being creative,
Yeah.
because you use past hurts as fuel for wisdom and growth, but you turning it into a creation. As a matter of fact, we talked about that last week. You taking
Mhm.
that pain and you expressing it in a completely different way. And there was one other one. Yeah, practice emotional awareness. And that's like
Man,
meditation, journaling,
I
and
love that.
therapy can help identify emotional triggers. But that's what you do. You find out what it is, just like you were saying. Find out what it is that's triggering these emotions, and then you start working on that.
So I remember we talked about it before, but what do y'all think about therapy, man?
Therapy, well, I don't care much for therapists, but I can't say too much bad about it because I know it does help people. I just
Yeah.
don't
It
feel
don't
like
help
I
you.
want to go through therapy. Now, I mean, think about it. If I go sit on the couch paying somebody a couple $100 an hour to talk to them about things that's bothering me, but if I got a good friend, I remember when I was going through the junk with my wife and I would call you,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
therapy.
Yeah.
I called you and talked to you about what's going on, and I felt better just getting it out there
Just to get it
because
out.
that kept
Right.
me from going and doing something that would cause me to go to jail. So,
I
but to
was
pay
trying to get you
somebody
out of there,
all
Mike.
that
I was
money,
trying to get you. Mike say, man,
hey,
it just ain't that easy to keep. I say, I know it, man. I done been
mhm,
there. I done been
yeah,
there. But at the same time, you got to say, woosah. I'm
for
gonna
real.
take flight, baby. I'm finna jump off the building, and I
Hey,
promise you, I got a parachute on, and you is not coming where I'm going.
shoot, yeah, that's it. Hey, but look at me now.
What you say?
It
Flying like
worked.
an eagle.
Hey,
Fly like an eagle.
that's it. Set my spirit free. That's it. Yeah, man. But I think therapy is good for some people because it's just like church is good for some people. It's all
Boy,
about the person themselves and what their beliefs are. I
right.
just don't feel like I need to go see a psychiatrist or a psychotherapist. But that's just me. But I won't tell somebody else, no, you shouldn't go do that. If you feel like it'll work for you, I'm all for it. Go. I'll even drive you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to therapy, um,
You're sleeping with your therapist, so you must be up for
that's what I'm saying. So it's like,
You
it. It
remember that,
works.
'cause
huh?
huh?
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm by
Hey.
myself, like, okay, I can be going through something, but then like, okay, if I'm in a cooler or something at work, and I'm just thinking about a bunch of shit, it's like because if you talk to yourself long enough, and that's the whole purpose of meditating, right? So I can, when I talk to myself, or if you talk to yourself long enough, you end up hearing like the response that you need. Because like even when I take a
Right.
shower, it's like, okay, cool. I'm thinking about, okay, how am I going to do this? And then the answer is there. So it's like internally, you already know the response. So it's like you got to talk
Hmm.
to yourself, and then you hear the response, and it's like, well, damn, okay, cool. But I mean, since we're bringing up the past and we're talking about my sex therapist, yeah. I mean, she told me it was all in my mind. So, okay, so if it's all in my mind, then we both want to do this. So, yeah. So she wanted it for all the therapists. That's on her body. But yeah, I'm healed.
Man, you
Hey, it worked.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, that's definitely the key, man. To just start to, get what you like. We said, like I said earlier about bonding, find you some good, safe connections to where these people, what's solid and what's not solid. You know what I'm saying? Just by the day-to-day conversation that you have with certain people.
Mm-hmm.
And if the certain people are not talking about other people, you know that these people could be potential safe spaces to have a communication with, But if you talking to somebody all the time and all they talk about, man, look at this motherfucker right here. Hey, look at him. Man, let me tell you about. No, I would not tell you. I would not be talking to you about anything.
Anything, right?
Yeah. You definitely finna go run that to somebody else. So,
Yeah.
but it's like, yeah, man. But I'm gonna say this right here on the go out. I'm gonna say, focusing your energy, you will find that your talents and abilities gain direction and intentionally, and those qualities pay off by producing results all the time. All the time, man. You got to focus that energy, know where you want to put this, so that way you are not having to be incarcerated with your feelings. You don't have to put yourself on the back burner because you're trying to please somebody else. And you don't have to be a people pleaser either. You know what I'm saying? So we do have to remind ourselves of, it's cool to say no to the people who always say yes to you, because right now I'm not emotionally ready for that. So it's like, hey, I can't do that right now because that's taken away from me changing, or me, that's gonna put me right back into the old me, So some things we do have to say no to. But yeah, that's my take on it for tonight, man. Just focus your energy and you will find that your talents and abilities gains direction and intentionally, and those qualities pay off by producing results. So
nice.
Yeah, that's something for you.
Nice.
What you got for me, D Block?
I just want to say that change starts with you. I mean, you can't force a tree to grow by pulling on its branches. So
come on, man. And you would never hear a tree grow.
Right.
Won't hear it fall either. Not in the wood, in the forest.
That part right there, man.
Yeah.
Mr. Michael.
Hey, well, I got the strongest prisoners are not made of stone, but of unhealed emotions and unspoken truths.
Damn, hold up. Now you taking from old D Block playbook? What you got over there?
I told you.
The strongest prisoners.
But
Man, I like that.
The only thing that he didn't take from him, because he didn't finish it, is the best way to keep a prisoner from escaping is to make sure he never knows he's in prison.
Uh-oh.
True. True. You can't escape if you don't know you in one. Absolutely.
Man, we talking about America now? Y'all talking about
that's it.
Man, that sound like America. They don't even know we don't even know we slaves, man.
Hey.
Yeah, give him a job, man. Give him about $40 an hour. Yeah, give him $40 an hour. Make it sound good.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Make him think he on the come up.
Yeah, you think you on the come up. You don't work 2 hours. Yeah, I got $80, man. I got $80 today. I done made it. Well, I'm good.
Hold on, let me take out the taxes.
Yeah. Back down to 60.
Right.
Back down to 60. They took out $20 out of my check.
Exactly.
Man, that type of business is real though. But yeah, I like that, Mike, man. Understanding and understanding that the strongest prison is the one that you stay locked up in when you don't get to express yourself.
Yep, that's it.
So, man, y'all have to realize, man, be out here, becoming more aware. Awareness is the biggest thing in the world, This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so we do have to get some cancer people, patients and survivors and all of that, man. We got to talk about that subject right there because
Right.
we're learning more and more about the parasites in our body. So, hopefully next week we'll be talking about some cancer, y'all, and giving those who do have it or those who fighting it or those who know somebody that's fighting it some good information about healing themselves without the doctors, So, hey, man, y'all tune in next week. We're going to have some good information about some cancer, man. Breast cancer, lung cancer, any kind of cancer, because cancer survivors is survivors. That's
Right.
the survivor part is showing that you're stronger than you thought.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all come back next week, man, 8:30, man, and I promise you, we're gonna have a good time. It's been a stone cold brew, baby.
Yes, sir.
And
Man, y'all next week we're gonna do it again. Peace.
Peace.
Good
peace.
show, fellas.
Great one, fellas.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.